Hello, and welcome to Wyverns and Weirdos, the D&D podcast set in the world of Fierlor. I'm your Dungeon Master Darby, and joining me as always are Laura playing Bertie, Mitch playing Caius, Eddie playing Anya, Jake playing Newman, and Zoe playing Ross. Let's jump into it. Where we last left off, the party had the rest of their evening in the Pillow Mansion, with Bertie and Caius talking, and Ross and Anya talking, and Newman and Sam tidying up after the picnic. And after a bit of group socializing and winding down, everyone went to sleep, and Caius was visited by the Great Redeemer, Lady Daemir, in order to formalize their deal. And dubbing him Paladin of her service. The characters woke up, went down, got prepared, spoke a bit for the morning, and Caius questioned what a despot was. And that's where we left off. So, as you go through your preparations for the morning, what is the plan for today?
Probably talk to the Concord at some point. Because, how many days left do we have on our month? Is it a week?
I think you've got maybe a little over a week.
Okay. Yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, Ross would probably imply to the group at some point that, it's not urgent, it's just that I would like to talk to the Concord. And
I think if we are ready, or we are close to getting ready, it is better to strike while the iron is hot. Not leave anything to chance or to time.
Of course, we don't want to take the risk that we have a last-minute setback and work out that we've squandered our head start.
No, I think we talk to them soon. We see what we can do going forward. Ross, this look of absolute shock, and then a little bit of sheepish horror crosses over her face. And she goes, group meeting. Just gonna put this on the table. And she stands up from where we're having breakfast and puts her hands on her hips. So I have some good news and some bad news that I got from Promise and Yadel yesterday, and in the hullabaloo, I sort of forgot to mention it. Do we want the good news or the bad news first?
My philosophy is generally start with the bad news, so the good news softens it.
Give them both at once. Make it an acting exercise.
Okay. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. The Concord the the Concord advanced on. No, she does not do that. The Concord made their advance upon the Wizards of the Ruins Tower in Durham, where they successfully destroyed the phylactery with many heavy casualties.
And the bad news? I'm joking. That
Yeah.
not the correct time, not the right kind of joke. No.
We will
but
talk about social cues a little bit more later on. But no, so I believe all the people you guys have told me about as being super, like Olfina and Rook's friend Tyshawn and the cigar, them and a couple others, they were all fine. But yeah, there were like 10 survivors.
5.
5! You know, now that my memory returns to me in this moment of supreme awkwardness, it was closer to 5 people.
5?
10 survivors would have been most of them surviving.
Okay, cool. Yes, 5. But they destroyed the phylactery. So again, there's very, very good news and really crushingly bad news. It's for you all to take as you will. I'm just laying out the facts here.
If I may speak out of turn and out of jest for a moment. While a tragedy, given their inaction, it only made sense. And perhaps if their inaction was intentional, one less problem for us later.
That certainly is a pragmatic way of looking at the situation. I just figure if we are looking at handling this before the week is out, it is worth noting Taven has no safety net. At least none that we're aware of.
We don't know how long it may take him to make a replacement, if it is all possible.
No. And if I may make a book, bless these poor people's souls, I don't know if we can destroy a replacement.
Killed that many if the process killed that many archmages, then you may have a point there. So we have another ticking clock breathing down our backs.
Oh, what's another one? But I've ruined breakfast, and I'm very sorry about that.
You've ruined nothing, Ricard. They had years to finally act. And now they have. And now we know. And now we act. Anyone else have thoughts or feelings?
What can we do to make sure that their sacrifice wasn't in vain?
Kill Taven.
Win.
Well, how do we do that?
A good question.
Call upon the resources we have. And we strike.
On the risk of asking too many questions, I've not been here for a hot minute. What resources do we have?
Rook.
That is at least 2 resources.
Yep, the right and the left, yep. And then she, as you know, she was contacting the Fire Genasi. That was successful, so she is with them, so the Concord can call upon them. We have the entire Concord at our back to help us, which includes mages, monks, all sorts. We have what remains of the convocation, but I don't know if they can get here in time. We have political support, but that is relatively meaningless until afterwards. So mostly we have us, plus Rook. A lot of information. I don't... You know, the Concord works in mysterious ways. But Taven is incredibly susceptible to fire at the moment. So we have a little extra kick on our side if any of us can do fire of any sort. We have us, we have Rook, we have
more funding than
we have information, we have
Concord
Genasi,
has ever had
funding.
before.
And I guess if worst comes to worst, we have a couple of these, and she pulls out the little ball handcuffs, like the little orbs of iron bands. And she kind of does that thing where she throws it up, bounces it, and catches it. And she goes, Taven's probably stronger than these are, but, you know, might annoy him. Or annoy a guard or two.
Right.
And Newman has a flying carpet, so we have that as well.
What about what? I'm sorry. Can we double back a little bit?
I mean, if you want, I can show you.
Yes.
Newman sits down on the ground and brings out his bag of holding, and then ever so slowly and with great struggle and difficulty, begins to pry the carpet out of the bag of holding, one tug at a time. As we discovered earlier, it's quite the close fit. So he'll spend the next 2 minutes doing that in complete silence, whilst everyone watches.
Complete silence.
He'll put it onto the ground and roll it out. With a large thud as the final bit with the tassels flaps onto the ground. He'll sit on the carpet and say the magic word. And then, it begins to float. And Newman just sits there on top of the rug with his arms crossed, looking very, I don't know if regal's the right word, but very proud of himself.
Oh. Wow, that's that's incredible.
I thought it would look really good inside of the caravan.
I think you're right.
Who knows? You could probably carry the caravan as well.
Oh yeah, I'm sure my cart would really appreciate that, Newman. Bertie calls out.
I mean, if Muesli doesn't have to carry the cart, then maybe he'd love that. And also, one thing as well, we also brought insert convocations leader. Oh, sorry, the leader. What's his name? Alien guy. Drakar. We also brought Drakar back, and he's been radiating something for us as well, I believe. So,
okay,
it's that as well. We can't forget. I have a feeling he'd be quite eager to assist us in making a fair dent or finishing this completely, seeming as though he had to fake his own death for it and hide away for quite a large amount of time.
Okay. Right. Kai's like, mildly distracted. I say mildly, but like completely invested in this whole carpet that flies thing. And he sort of takes a moment to sort of tear his eyes away from it. Well, I mean, we've also technically got an army, don't we? Or at the very least, the threat of one.
Oh yeah, from Erethold.
I mean, how are they getting over here? I assume there's some sort of magic or something or other. Can we just pretend that they're here? I'm sure that will make someone scared. Might take some of the attention away from us.
You know, as well as I, that an official declaration of war would be put in place before troops were carried across. Without, at the moment, within our month, this was our grace period before they officially declared war against Kharas. If we were to raise that Kharas war, it may cause more problems than it will solve.
I guess that's assuming that they're keeping their word. No offense to the council, considering I'm an Ida one. And that's also assuming, well, news has been difficult to get down to here. That's assuming that Kharas hasn't, sorry, not Kharas, the wizards and all their forces and sympathizers haven't struck out themselves on Erethold while we've been gone. I'm assuming not, since we haven't heard much, but fingers crossed, I guess. Either way, it is an interesting idea that if they haven't done that before, finding a way to pretend that armies are coming would be useful, if it was possible.
Leave the real war behind, but pretend threat. Might be something. We have enough forces on our side that we don't need the real ones.
Yeah.
If that is to happen, it can't come from you three. I hope you know that. As knights, it would be too close to official.
Yeah.
But if we are going that route, I am very good at threats, so...
This is true, yes.
Yep.
What if instead we just... Well, I mean, I'm assuming that these bad wizards, they have people everywhere. For how else would they know everything that they've known so far? So they would probably have people that are watching back in Erethold. So why don't we just tell the army to start for somewhere, and then they will come up with the thought themselves.
I think that is a brilliant strategic idea, Caius. My one fear is that the council could not be trusted not to then act on it. If they are preparing their armies for war, they might just take a war, regardless of any promises made behind closed doors.
It must be remembered that most of the world still sees the wizards as no more than a archaeological group of fanaticists.
I'm sorry, hasn't it been almost a month since they attacked a lot of people? How have we not told others? Oh, by the way, these people that are archaeologists, actually they came over and they tried to kill a bunch of people. And succeeded. How is that not common knowledge yet?
Caius, you need to remember that news travels fast amongst the powerful. It does not travel fast amongst the masses. They don't have the access to instantaneous magical communication that those in positions of privilege have. At least not
And
as readily.
those that are in positions of privilege, like the council, do not want to declare enemies before they are ready.
Especially
They have not
when
wanted to stand up for Kharas earlier. So even now, they are being careful with whether they declare the wizards an enemy. I think in the council's eyes,
killed a lot of people.
I think in the council's eyes, until they are a real threat to Erethold, they are not counted as bad.
It makes us
perfectly honest. That doesn't sit right. I think.
No, it doesn't.
No.
It doesn't at all. And you are correct in that, Caius. And if what we are doing here does not work, and they continue down the path that they have chosen, not standing up for what they know is right, and she kind of looks around just to make sure that it's only the party that can hear her, and she leans forward and she's like, I will kill every last one of them. Every last one.
I mean, we can have strong words with them first.
Fair.
I think if Kharas falls because of them, the time for strong words is over. But I can respect that the path that I will take may not be the path that you all may follow, if that is how it goes. And given that we are on the task, it shouldn't come to that.
So, how do we kill him?
just about to ask, do we bring the fight to him or lure him out? We might be desperate at this point. No more lieutenants.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Also, Caius, they're all dead. The magisters, they're gone now.
Oh, like all of them?
Yeah, we killed them.
Oh. Right.
Yeah. Had to get some stuff together to get you back, so they're all dead now.
Okay, well, it's made the list considerably shorter. Now there's only, well, I guess one name on it, the Tuvan. So where is he?
Imagine within his lair.
Near where you were.
Oh. not a particularly nice place.
No. And Brady laces his fingers through Caius's.
If we lure him out, it has to be somewhere where there are no civilians. Lizards may have been here a long time, but that doesn't mean there aren't people who are hiding.
In the center of the city will be, counterintuitively, the place for that. Most of those buildings are fronts for demiplanar portals. It's the thing about status here, it's not about having the biggest place on the outside. It's about seeing how much you can fit in this tiniest space. So, means most of the actual buildings are merely there to facilitate portals.
Okay.
Less so as you get further out to the city's fringes, but within the center, then we're looking safe.
Ooh. And we don't really have that much time. So it would probably be better to figure out what resources we have and talk to them. And start
I
to
think-
prepare.
Yeah. I think a first point of order is we need Rook back.
Anya, she... this sort of almost unreadable emotion passes over her face just for a moment, and then her shoulders drop down just a little bit, and she's like, I was hoping it would not come to that, but it is the time.
Yeah.
She is our strongest ally, the one we can trust most.
She's not just our ally. She's one of us. And we haven't been us for a while. So we need to get her back, and probably, I don't know, she might have some insight that none of us have thought of. So.
That's a good point. Plus, I don't know about the rest of you, but I've got to do some practice before, if we're going to be going for this soon. And I was thinking, and Buddy gestures to the whole space around there, I can probably sort out like a training type thing with the servants and stuff like that. If you do that, and people are more experienced with that kind of thing, like he points to Anya, in practice, and then he points to Caius, in theory, and then just the lived experience of you two, and and then he points to he gestures generally to Ross and Newman, and it's like, and you technically, because you would know how wizards are going to behave. He points to Sam. I think that might be good. At least for me, I've got to make sure that my fighting's up to scratch, if we're going to be doing this soon. So I could probably do that. And I can probably sort out some stuff so you can boss the servants around and get them to do things and patterns and whatever. I don't know that kind of shit. I just hit things. But yeah, that might be an idea, especially if we have everyone.
From what I understand, the Ganassi are about half a day's travel from the city. So they're encamped there so that they can be ready to go, but they're far enough out that they are not seen by patrols.
Maybe we go to her.
We go now, then... Or if whoever's going goes now, then we're back in time to spend some time training and pass
If
on
we
the plan
have-
to the Ganassi while we're there.
If we have Bertie's spell,
True.
there's
be
no
anyway.
need to come back. And then
True.
it becomes real.
Then we lead the Ganassi to the city tomorrow morning, if the convocation, no, if the Concord, even I'm doing it, if the Concord can muster their resources by morning, then we lead the Ganassi to join them. Have them run the distraction while we focus fire on Taven.
We can tell Promise and Yaddle what we're doing before we leave. Give them enough warning to rally everyone. Message back later tonight about what our final plans are. And launch an attack.
Who has, who can cast Sending outside of the earrings?
Can't you?
I can, I was just wanting to gauge how much we had.
I can't. I cannot. Sorry.
Yeah.
But his accent means
Is
it
it-
sounds
is-
like yep.
So just me?
You're our point of contact, so.
Alright.
Might just be
Well.
you, sweetheart.
Right. Well, I will make sure that I keep my magic to a minimum today, so that just in case there's a bit more back and forth.
I'll let Rook know I come.
Oh. Cool. Okay, this'll be good. It's real. Okay. We'll all sort stuff out then.
Yeah. Pack our bags. Talk to Promise and Yaddle. Do the dang thing.
Right.
And Ross looks very emotional in a way she hasn't in a very long time. And she so unfortunate that Jake has run to the bathroom, but she holds up her hands in the little 7 thing that Newman always does. And she puts her hands in the middle and she just kind of goes, "Team?"
Birdie looks like he's about to hurl currently, but he's like, yeah, team. And he does the gesture.
I assume everyone in turn places their hands in.
Kharas is a little bit slow, just because he's trying very hard to get to 7.
Anya's a little bit slow because it takes her a moment to figure out what they're all doing with their hands, and then she's like, oh, right, this.
We put all our hands in, and Ross does the little 1, 2, 3, boof, like a little CPR heart start. And she goes, "All right, let's go."
So, who is going to speak to Promise and Yaddle? We don't necessarily need
Ross
to
and-
RP it, but just
Yeah,
for reference.
probably Ross and either Sam, Newman, or Anya, because they're who always come with her.
Yeah, Sam will come with. So anyone else is also welcome to come with.
Anya's probably not going to, but she does say to Ross, when Ross is preparing to go to them, she's like, I would come with, but I'm preparing Rook for the news. I'm preparing myself to prepare Rook for the news.
That's fair. Do what you... Tomorrow's a big day. Do what you need to do. If you have a spare couple words, tell Rook I say hi. Oh, I can tell Rook I say hi. Oh God, I'm gonna... Oh God. God's above. Let Rook know.
I'll let her know, Rafa.
Good. And Ross, pats her on the arm.
So Ross and Sam go off and speak with Promise and Yadel. Drakkar is with them and tells you that he has some connections that he'll be able to bring through. Just needs a sending to know when to call upon them. And he tells you when they're called upon, look to the skies.
Thank you. We'll let you know. And then as they're going to leave, Ross is going to stop. Just kind of put a hand on Sam's arm for a second. She's got this weird little look on her face, and she turns around and she walks back to Drakkar. And she looks up at him. He's tall. She looks way, way up at him. And she just goes, you trained me for this. I hated you for years for training me for this. But I'm glad you did. And I'm glad you're here. Thank you.
I'm glad that the plains, the strangeness brought me and my people here. We'll be happy to return home, but I will miss... When I do, I will miss this place and the people I have met here. But who is to know when that will be?
I'll miss you too, you big softy.
Good luck.
Same to you. And then she goes to walk away and then just, again, looks very overwhelmed for a second, turns around and just kind of tackle hugs him. Probably doesn't even move. It's like hugging a tree. And then she immediately lets go and goes, that did not happen. And then turns around and walks out and grabs Sam on the way out.
All right. Anya.
So, no guesses for where Anya's going.
Yeah.
Anya makes her way up onto the roof again. And sits herself up there. Instead of she's usually sitting sort of far in to the roof. I'm imagining it's a slanted roof and she's sitting say in the middle. And she's actually sitting on the edge with her legs just sort of swinging off the edge. And she tugs on her earring and activates the sending. Rook. I hope you're doing well. Ravari says hi. I'm very sorry, but tomorrow we will march on the city. today we come to you. And that's the end of the message.
Okay, after a moment, Anya hears a response. Tomorrow? Are you serious? It's happening already? No need to apologize. I've waited for this for so long. Well, see what Royer says. I'll be here.
Anya, she'll send one last sort of message. And it just says, I wish you had more time with her before we had to do this. See you soon, Anya. That's it.
Yeah, another moment. Rook will respond. So do I. I didn't expect to have this much time in general before going to Tavern. But I think the result, it could possibly be better than what I was thinking before. We can have time in the future, I hope. See you soon. That ends the message.
Anya, she sort of takes a moment after hearing and sort of sits with her thoughts for a moment before sort of pulling herself up. And she makes her way down off the roof.
Is there anything else that folks want to do before heading to the Ganassi?
I think, does anyone else have anything? Sorry, I just saw you unmute, Laura.
Oh, no. I'll do a quick thing. So probably after we had that discussion, like Bertie was looking quite just very shaken by everything, but he's just been sort of just like, I don't know, in a similar way to like how Ross or Anya will do, they're like, oh, I'm going to just start making very intentional movements now to just like get myself through what I'm currently doing. That's what I'm doing. It's just sort of been like just tidying things around the area, which is like around the mansion, and then he's been sort of like trying to usher stuff out so he can like pack up stuff in his room and things like that. But he just looks like just paled, I suppose. But he does probably go and check in on Caius at some point. Whatever Caius is doing, I don't know.
Honestly, I think if it's still in the morning and we're in the mansion, Caius would be very slowly and intentionally strapping individual pieces of armor to himself again.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh yeah, because he got his kit back in separate pieces. So yeah, Bertie will walk in to see him doing that, and he just kind of like just stands and sort of like for like just watching him do that.
He's just humming to himself quietly.
Yeah, and he just watches him for a while. Bertie probably by that point has already gotten his armor ready, but he just looks very out of sorts. He just watches Kharas for a bit. And then he sort of just he walks carefully over and plops himself down in front of him. Hey,
Hi.
sleep well last night? He winks at him.
I think so. Yes. No, I had a few fun dreams.
Yeah, you seemed a bit restless.
Yes. No. Well, I mean, you know, there were some. I never really know what they mean. You know, a couple of my sisters are always talking about how dreams mean something. So if you see a white horse, then it means this, and if you see a black horse that's walking backwards, it means this. But what if you're a beaver that can talk and fly? What does that mean? I have no idea.
I don't know, honestly. I don't dream the same way. The half elves like you do, but like I don't know. Maybe the beaver means something. I don't know.
Could do.
Could do.
Might
It could do.
try and eat through Twelven like a twig.
It's possible. Yeah, yeah. I'd like to see that. I don't know if I'd like to see that, but you know, it could be. Should be a good omen, hopefully. Good things, I hope.
Hopefully. Yes. Also, I had a dream that I don't think was a dream, but it was nice.
Yeah?
But I should probably mention it because it seemed important, and I know that things that are important that we don't talk about have come back, hurt a lot of us. So.
Yeah, no, yeah, my bad, yep.
Oh,
yeah, I get you.
Just like with everything. Not anyone in particular. We all hide things.
Yeah.
But yes, no, I had a dream where I saw a vision of Lady Daemir last night. And we were talking, and she's very nice. She's a lovely lady. Very yes, she says a lot of large words. Some of which I sort of, you know how you hear something and you kind of get the meaning of it without sort of understanding the word. Yes, no, I got the general idea. Basically,
the feeling.
It was, hello, I'm this person, you're that person. We got all the pleasantries out of the way. And then she said, you're a good boy and you should do good boy things. And
did you like being called a good boy?
Well, I mean, it was nice, I think. They weren't the exact words that we used. There were some other words.
Yeah.
But that was basically it.
No, continue. It's good.
That I should, yes, I should find people who are doing good, and I should be nice to them. And other people who are not doing good, I should give them a chance to do good. And then if they don't do good after being given the chance, then goodness will be thrown upon them in the shape of a sword. I think.
That sounds pretty good to me. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what you've been doing already. Just, yeah. I think that sounds good.
Except now I've been told to, so it's okay.
I guess so, yeah. Validation. Being told you're a good boy. Yeah, cool. Well, I think that's good. That's, I can get it. That's kind of like when Fethers talked to me, and he said he was proud of what I've done, so I can get it. It's nice being told that. And that'll be good. And it's pretty funny. We've kind of ended up on different gods, but the same kind of area of expertise, I guess. I think that'll be good. I think that was a good dream. You're right. The beaver one? I don't know. We'll see what that turns out.
I'm not certain about that one.
Yeah, we'll
Yes,
figure that one out.
there was a dog that turned into a reindeer at one point. And it was just sort of there on the bank of the river, and it was just sort of watching. And I didn't feel comfortable.
Yeah, that's...
Yes.
You have some interesting dreams.
Well, yes.
I like to hear about them, though.
Oh. Okay. I can't remember very many more, but I'm sure that was the first beaver one that I had, though.
Good to know. Good to know. Well, we'll find time for more of that later.
Of course.
And thanks again for last night. It was nice. Well, I gotta say, I'm pretty scared about what we're gonna be doing. I've been thinking about it for a long time, but I think it'll be okay. Because you're here, and my friends are here. But we'll see how it goes. One more and then we're done, right?
Just one more.
One more. We'll see Rook. That'll be good.
That will be good.
Yeah.
Best job I ever had.
Best job you ever had.
So, Anya, what was it you were going to do?
One moment, real quick.
Yep.
Sorry. Let me be like, hey, I love you. Can I kiss you?
Yes.
Okay, we'll lean down, big boy.
And he does so.
Down to a kiss.
Probably like very shortly after they hear like just a little rap on like the door frame. Sorry, brain just didn't want to think of that word. And Anya's just sort of standing there very awkwardly, having just sort of been in hearing radius as soon as she got into like the mansion area. It's like, hi.
Good morning.
Hello.
Yes, I'm sure it is a very good morning.
Well,
guys, can I
Oh, I'll leave if you want.
No, can I talk to you for a moment? Can we go for a walk?
Yes, of course.
I'll bring him back soon. Promise.
but he pricks his ears. I was like, hey, that's I'll go find Teddy. Do you think he should come for what we're doing?
Suppose he get along.
It's true. All right. I'll wait out near the outside, I guess, and yeah, I'll go wait out the front. Yeah, you know, this is my room with Teddy. When I find him, I'm gonna go now. See ya. He's scurried.
So Anya, she sort of walks. She probably takes them out of like the mansion itself, and like is wandering out to sort of the gardens outside of the tavern. And she's quiet and she's wringing her hands a little bit, just in like a sort of nervous gesture. And Then after a moment, she's like, oh, okay. I wanted to have I wanted to talk to you. I know a lot happened last year. I've never apologized for how I treated you. A lot happened, and there are probably still things that we don't necessarily agree on, or ways that we walk through life differently, but no matter what I was going through or how scared I was, it wasn't okay for me to. You deserve to be treated with respect, Kai. And you deserve to be heard out. And I'm sorry for projecting my fear onto you. And I'm sorry for not noticing how I was treating you. You're a good man, Kai. And a good friend.
Thank you, Anya. I also didn't treat you as I should. There were a lot of words that were thrown around that aren't very nice words. And while I'm incredibly sorry how that made you feel and how it made everyone feel, I don't think I would take it back, purely because it has made us who we are now. And I don't know if I'm reading this wrong, but I feel like we're close-ish.
Caius, as much as everything last year was a fucking mess, in a lot of different ways, but I needed to hear it. I didn't take it well at the time. I didn't take any of it well at the time, and yeah, it wasn't good, but I'd also not. I think that I've been affecting you for a lot longer than that affected me. And sometimes a shock to the system is necessary to start with. I'm just grateful that we've both had a chance to rebuild from where we were. Because I know last year wasn't the easiest for you either.
Last year was indeed a not a great year. Thank you, Anya, for not only everything that you've said now, but everything that you've stood up for in the past. Regardless of whether it was what I believed or not, that is who you are as a person, and that's what's important. Most important. And that's how I know that you're all right, but I'm proud to have shared these years with you.
Anya's just like full tears, like just silent, like just crying, and she's like, "Yep, I get to be your friend, guys. I'm sorry I almost missed it."
Sometimes the boat you almost miss is the one you're most happy to be on. It sounded better in my head.
You mean the next boat is the better one, right?
Well,
because if the boat that I miss is the one that I want to be on.
Well, yes, maybe you almost miss the boat, and then it stops and it comes back after a small delay.
Oh, so like a ferry, like it goes to one place and then comes back, and then you get to go anyway.
The ferry goes.
You just have to wait.
Exactly, you and the ferry both grow as boats, and then you come back, and you've got the right ticket.
I'm laughing. Anya is very serious, like is taking this very seriously and is genuinely touched. And she's like, "No, yes, you're a very good ferry, guys."
Thank you. I'm glad I punched your ticket.
Anya, like, she has like just this moment of, that was a sentence that he did just say to me. Like, I'm going to tell Bertie that you said that, because I think he will enjoy that, if that's okay with you.
I guess I don't see any reason why that would need to be kept a secret.
Of course.
All right.
Thanks, Caius. Forever.
All right.
And that's it. End scene.
Ross, anything either of you need to do before heading off?
Ross is gonna do her like normal preparing and stuff. Probably, as was called out, she would be very robotic and very going through the motions. She would go and check in on Newman and everything, assumedly while he is trying to fit his menagerie of robots into a bag.
I'd say that's pretty accurate, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Yeah.
As everyone gets their stuff ready, you make the half-day trek towards the Ganassi, and the trek goes without incident. And towards the end, towards early mid-afternoon, you reach the Ganassi, where you would probably see Rook waiting to greet you.
Yeah, I assume, Rook and Roya possibly would be waiting there to greet you. They're probably like settled in at the outskirts of the Genasi. And yeah. Oh, hi there. Finally arrived.
Anya, she kind of stops for a second and just has this like genuine warm sort of smile, and then she just walks forward and pulls Rook into a hug.
Rook returns the hug, giving her a little squeeze.
Hi.
Hey. So is it true we're heading off tomorrow?
Tomorrow. She says this like sort of more quietly so the others don't hear it, but she kind of gestures her head back towards them. I think we're ready. I think they're all ready.
Rook kind of has a less slow look over them all. I think her eyes like definitely lingering on Caius after what she's heard. And then she kind of gives a nod and goes, I reckon they can do it. I reckon we can all do this.
When Anya sort of pulls away and takes a step back, she sort of turns to Roya and she's like, Roya, I hope you've been well.
Best I can.
Good.
Getting ready. Speaking with Rook. Learning what I can.
Oh, will you be, what will your movements be tomorrow? Nanya just sort of, looks like a little bit, stilted and anxious, as if she's like not quite sure whether Rook has told Roya or whether Rook's like held that back from Roya so that Roya doesn't like come along into the battle. She's like, I don't want to spill the beans here. Even though with the group of us here, the beans are spilled. It's like,
I'll be wherever I'm needed. Whether that's with you, whether that's with the rest of the Ganassi. I'll do what's needed.
Anya, she nods, having not gathered the answer that she wanted to the question that she didn't really ask. And she's like, of course, yes.
Teenagers. I will say really quickly in the background, Bertie like leans up to Kharas, like, oh, also, I forgot to mention, I think Rook has a daughter, kind of, but it's not her kid, like an adopted daughter.
Has anyone else got a kid?
I don't think so.
Caius, like, as sneakily as he possibly can, looks over at Sam and Rivari.
Bertie catches his extremely covert glare and just raises his eyebrows and is like, very amusing.
Just checking.
They might do. It's good to keep a close eye, honestly, you know? Never know what could happen.
Rook kind of just like addresses to Roy. You've got just as much of the right as I do to take revenge on the man that took out our tribe. But of course, to please try to like stay out of the worst of the danger, we got to try to preserve ourselves as well.
Of course.
Good. Rook looks like nervous.
Anya does like the awkward step-parent thing of being like, I know I should back up the other parent, but I also don't have the authority to tell this kid anything, so I'm just going to stand there and hope that gets the point across. And she's just like looking a little bit awkward. Comfortable, but a little bit awkward.
Excellent. So, do you want to meet the rest of my little adventure in Troop Roya? Or you want to stick around with the Genasi?
Sure. I'll meet folk. And for expediency's sake, you introduce everyone to Roya.
Ross has a very panicked moment, and she looks between like Birdie and Newman and just rapid fire. And what she is saying with her eyes is, "Oh shit, that's the bar girl I annoyed at the hot springs. Oh no. Fuck." That's Ross's face. Rivari's.
And have you, Rook, have you already updated the rest of the Genasi on the plan? As far as...
Yeah, I would have. Yeah, considering it took them like quite some time to travel. Yeah, Rook would have talked to Roya and the Genasi.
Collectively, I believe you would all then meet with the Genasi, I would imagine, before I imagine Birdie sets up the mansion for the evening and for training.
Yes, as long as he has space, he can do that. He will.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's yes. Yeah, he will. Yeah, but he's very nervous and tense the whole time that this is going on. But he's also like every time whenever we're interesting.
I can imagine Anya will hear, as Birdie has probably gotten used to doing anytime he wants to subtly tease her. Every now and then she'll catch something that Birdie has said under his breath just for her. And she'll like very subtly flip him the bird or like use Gus to mess with his hair or something.
Absolutely. Some light bullying between friends.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so Rook would kind of like, be talking about like making introductions to everyone. I guess probably when she gets like a quiet moment. Maybe, but
yeah,
the man thing. She's going to approach Caius and just kind of like gently like clasp each of his arms and just look down at him and be like, "So Caius, I heard you got captured. Was it the wizards?"
Yes. Well, technically it was a pair of dogs, but they belong, yeah.
I see. How are you holding up, man?
Well, we're all here, so, good. I'm out. I'm outside. I can, move about. I can see everyone. I can see you. How are you? You look great.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm doing well, but yeah, gosh, it's a bit of a shock at first, ain't it? To get out and be free. And tell you what, you don't have to be good, all right? It's not easy, and like us around you, we can do anything that you need to help. Okay, you got my word. You want to talk? You want a sparring partner or something? I'm here, all right?
Thank you for that. I'll keep that in mind.
You do that, okay? You're one of us, and we look out for each other, okay? And she kind of pulls him into a hug.
Oh. Caius returns the hug.
And I'm very glad that you're free, and you're looking good. I like the hairstyle.
Oh, thank you. It's Bertie's. Well, I mean, it's mine. But it's yes, that came out wrong.
No, I get that. That's nice.
One day I'd like to try to do yours, but I don't think my hair could.
I think a bit of magic would have to be involved.
Right.
Sure.
Yes. We'll see what we can do. Maybe I could do like an ice thing with it.
True. Maybe yeah, and she does like a little minor illusion of flames and then ice above his head.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't. It's a look.
Yeah, look, maybe not. We'll workshop it. How about that? Yes. We'll find something else. Anyway, hi. It's very good to see you.
Likewise. And do you think you're ready to attack tomorrow? Is that what you want to do?
Well, that seems to be the plan. So I guess tomorrow's as good a time as any. We've got a few time constraints, so that seems to be the plan.
Oh, the time constraints! I didn't keep track of time very well. Yeah, you are correct on that one. But
oh yes, to keep you up to date. So there's an army that's going to come in a week, except they won't because we don't want them to. But
yeah.
we think that they might, unless we go and we kill the bald man. Which a bunch of people from back home, not your home, my home, or a few people's homes, I guess, that went to kill Tevin's philanthropy, which they did, but I think a few of them died. But we don't have much time before he builds another one of those. That's apparently bad. I haven't had time to ask what that is, but we get to kill him now, apparently.
Oh, yes, thank you for the update. I did actually just get contacted by Tashawn, quite recently, actually. I'm glad that at least some of the people survived, and we've got a good opening now to take advantage of.
Yes, so I think we can get everyone together and come up with a good plan that doesn't involve sending an army through, or even like thinking about sending an army through. We're very strict on that. we don't. That will not happen. As long as it's a small army of us.
Yes.
That's fine, because that's more of a gathering.
Yeah, no, I would prefer not to have another country trekking its way through here.
Yes. No. Almost like a peaceful protest, except with weapons.
That sounds like a plan. It's it's good to have you back, Kharas.
It's very good to be back, and it's good to have you back as well. You've been gone for a little bit as well.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I might be a little forward. I hope. Are you coming back with us? I zoned out a little bit when we were talking about the plan.
I mean, of course, we're going tomorrow to take on Tava, and I would not be anywhere else.
Excellent. Well, perfect. Good to hear.
She looks rather intense. And there's kind of a little flicker about her. And then she just smiles and says, All right, then I'll go check how everyone else is doing. Get some training. Let's get ready.
Wait, if you don't mind, are you going to be okay to fight Taven tomorrow?
Of course. This is what I've spent the last 2 years working towards. And then she walks up. Little flickers of her ancestors kind of darting behind her, just little flickers.
As you all head into the mansion for one final training session before the final push, that's where we're going to leave it for this week. And we'll find out how Bertie has set up the mansion at the top of next week.
Oh boy, look forward to that one. I have not planned it yet. I guess in a week.
It's gonna be cool.
A good week, everyone. I hope you're enjoying. Thank you very much for supporting us up until this point. We hope you see us through to the end.
Yeah,
We'll try and do our best for you.
Getting real close now.
Yes.
Have a wonderful week.
Wait to take up Taven.
Yes.
Sorry for
Have a Rook's
listening,
murder
guys.
special.
And welcome back,
Sorry
Joe.
for listening.
Official
Yes, welcome back.
Nice.
Not just hot springs this time.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm back for the year.
We go
Yeah.
into the training grounds as just a giant hot spring.
Have a
It's
good
like
sleep,
full cast now.
everyone.
What would be better?
Good
Fighting buck naked in hot springs. Great. They'll never
Thank you
suspect
for-
this.
Thank you for listening.
Have a good sleep.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Something that none of us realized with the previous episode, that's basically Laura's birthday episode.
Oh yeah, true.
So for one
I can't believe we forgot.
make sure you've got your birthday inspiration. But also very appropriate.
But he doesn't
timing.
need inspiration. He's already inspired.
Happy birthday, Laura. We love you.
Your
Thank you.
your history of shit rolls says otherwise.
Yeah, it's fair.